Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do another episode of Toasty Tarot of Notes, Toasty Tarot of Notes. I just want to tell you that this is a general reading, so anything that resonates with you, I'm very excited about. If it doesn't resonate with you, well, I'm very sorry, sorry. I just hope that even if it doesn't resonate with you, you have a good time watching. Also, if I do anything that is a love reading, my default is I'm reading towards a female, to a female about a male. So pronouns are interchangeable. So he's can be she's can be he, she, whatever's going on in your life. So you want to get started? I sure do. But first, let's cheers. Cheers to this week being over. Clink. So good. All right, so let's start off with our first reading. I hope you guys have had a really good week. Mine's been just crazy, hectic. Okay, too many cads. Oh, one flipped over. And it is Page of Wands. So message is going to be had. Ooh. And that's going to be a message of passion, creativity. I usually do, I think of wands more on like a hobby esque kind of thing. Your second card that came out was Ace of Wands. And then 8 of Cups. Okay, so there's a new hobby that's coming around, and I think like you're starting to get really interested in it, and it's something that brought you joy and brings you joy, and I think you're starting to see another side of it, of potentially making some money. And I think with the 8 of Cups, that's moving on to something else, and moving on from the past. I do feel like this is something that is going to change you. It's going to be a really, really good sign to move forward and move on from whatever you're doing. So if you're in school or at a job, a dead-end job, or something where you are just like kind of over it, I know the feeling. But this is like a new a breath of fresh air. Oh my gosh. It has been a week. Okay. So let's see. Coda, let's not do that right now. Come on, get in here. All right, so then we have Tower. Then we have 3 of Wands. You also got the King of Swords, 6 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. You got Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and the Sun. So in my mind, this is like there is some definite movement that's happening that is going to be life-changing. That's kind of where this Tower prompts it. And that whatever this passion, this hobby, this thing, it feels like it's going to really be something that's going to be a part of your life. I do feel like it's going to be a part of work, and there's a message of like butterflies and dragonflies. There's your butterfly on that Ace of Wands, and then dragonfly, which is on this boat. So I feel like there is like this transformation that is happening, as well as like an emergence. So it's like going into a new a new area. Because I do feel like things are going to start to crash down. Things are happening. Things are starting to crumble to your foundation, and you need to find something else to do. And it feels like there's that moving on energy. But it doesn't feel like it's going to happen overnight. So it's a really kind of a slower energy. And you have that Four of Swords that's really signifying it. But you have the sun's protection, the sun's glow over this. So this is like the right path to do. I think you're going to feel like you are defending yourself a lot. You're going to be having some people that might not understand it. And then you're just going to have to kind of defend it. And then with the King of Swords, this is kind of like that. Don't take it so lightly. If you're planning on doing something that is a hobby and making money out of it, you have to be a business person. And like the King of Swords is really logical. He's very level-headed, and he is just in control. And that kind of is the energy that I'm feeling that needs to happen. Let's do a couple clarifying cards. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So the first card that came out is an awakening crystal. It's emotional healing. And then you have selenite, and that is spiritual awakening. So there is some spiritual work that is happening right now. And you also got tiger's eye, which is courage. Here's that selenite, spiritual awakening, and emotional healing. And I feel like this is a way, whatever this passion is, this is a way that you are starting to emotionally heal from things that have happened to you in the past, as well as triggering this spiritual awakening as well. And then you have the courage that's backing that up. Very cool reading. All right, make sure you give this a thumbs up and you hit subscribe. And we're going to do one more reading, and then I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit. Cheers, darling. Cheers. All right. I want to start off with another deck. We'll see what it has to say. Okay, does this deck want anything? Oh my god. Oh, goodness sakes. You know, this is why I do what I do. I love doing this. Your first card is the 9th house. It's 33. And it is faith. Faith, gotta have faith. Oh gosh. Okay. Sorry, those are my hot pants. Okay. So, we have the faith, 9th house, 33, 9. So 999, think of nines. And you have Gemini. I think that number is 15, 6. Then you have Moon, Soul, 2. Jupiter, Return, and that's benefits, 49. And that is 13, which is 4. I'm just adding the numbers just so you know, so you're not thinking I'm crazy. And then you have the fire element, Desire, which is 37. And that is 1. And then you have Grand Cross Provoker. And that's 47, which is 2 or 11. Okay. So you have faith. There's a mental thinking. There is soul work that is happening right now. You're thinking of benefits for your soul, for your life. There's that benefits with that Jupiter return. And that's almost with Jupiter energy, that's luck. There's something that is returning and it's going to benefit you. Then you have the fire element, desire, which that can be a fire sign. That can definitely be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And so there's a desire. There's a desire to get these benefits. There's a desire with your soul and your train of thought and everything that's going on. And this can be a desire for a Gemini as well. And then you have the Grand Cross, which is provoker. So there's thought-provoking stuff that's happening. There's things that are starting to happen that are triggering certain turns of events in your life. And I am totally feeling this right now. I have had such a crazy week. And this is really resonating with me. And it's testing faith. And it's testing a lot for me. I know if you are if you listen or watch, I do listen to a lot of pick a card readings when I'm on my walk, and I listen to them rather than watching, or I listen to them in bed before I go to sleep. But I have been trying to build my business and actually start to do this and do this right. You know, I want to follow all of the rules and regulations because I believe in my craft. I believe in my power. I believe in my intuition. I think what I have is truly a gift, and I want to help people. I want to inspire healing for people and guidance and things like that. And I don't want to just do this these cards and read them just to be like, is Steve ever coming back to me? You know, it's that happens a lot where it is like love relationships, but the funny thing, though, is that the cards usually will tell a different tale of like, okay, well, this is what's going on and whatnot. And it kind of does like thought-provoking questions and things that make you look at it a different way. And that's why I love what I do. I found out that to work in my line of work in my city, which is Boise, I can't do this at my house. I can't invite people over. I can't have people coming over and doing readings face to face. And that was something that I'm having troubles with. I want to help people, and there's been a lot of stuff that has happened this year where I feel like this is kind of like my destiny. Like, I can't even it sounds crazy, but like there's been so many coincidences and so many things that have triggered me to this point of getting stuff done and trying to do what I'm doing and do it to help people, not just over the internet, but like people in town. One of the other things that I'm planning on doing is like a portion of the proceeds that go to my readings would be also being put back into my community. I've always thought of this with this business plan, and there's been it's been a lot of really low blows this week. The first is from my city. I have to have a permit to work inside my house. I'm not doing this anywhere else. This is how I'm going to be doing this. And I think I figured out a way of how I can do this, but I cannot have people come to my residence and I can't go to their residence until I actually have an established place. So I'm going to have to do everything online, and I can do it. I mean, I've done great readings, and I think some of you that have had free readings done by me can vouch for that. But it really broke my heart that I can't help people, and it just was a really low blow. And a lot of it is the perception of what I do. I think a lot of people, and I'm living in a conservative state. That's number one. So automatically, if you're different, or if you are someone that is not what they consider to be normal, you automatically suck. Like, that's just what it is. And then you have also the stereotypes of tarot reading, fortune telling, that kind of thing. And it's like the stereotypical gypsy, which is like stealing your money, trying to swindle you out of something. And there are card readers that are out there that want to hook you, that want to tell you a bunch of stories and then just say, like, time's up, or if you want to know, you need to give me $300. And that's not anything I would ever do. I want to go at this as a business, as a spiritual healing and guidance aspect. I don't want to go at this by dragging someone along and being like, yeah, you have to visit me every week in order to know or live the best life that you can live. And that's just not me. I'll never do that. And that's kind of a lot of what I'm coming up against with doing this and doing this right. And that's the crazy thing, is I'm trying to do right on both sides of it. I'm trying to do right on what my passion is, and I'm also trying to do right on like a business standpoint. There's been people that have told me, just set up a PayPal account and just use your email. And it's just like, I want to do this right, because I want to make this entity that I have, that is this business, into something that is great and beneficial, and something that this world needs, and not just wants, or just like, oh, it's fun and whatnot. I want it to be fun too, and I want it to be like, I want all of this stuff, but I also want depth, and I want this to be real, and I want this to be healing and magical and just like awesome, how I feel like when I'm doing like Toasty Tarot nights and stuff. I want to be able to brighten up people's days and like help them. And this is one of my many gifts, and this is a untapped talent and intuition that I knew I always had, but I didn't know how to translate it. And with what I'm doing now, it's like becoming it's just starting to all come out. I went to the bank to try to set up my business account, and first of all, the teller was amazing. When I told her, she instantly followed me on Instagram, was telling me how she's Wiccan and how she's trying to think of a way to start up her own business, which is like star astrological charts and stuff. And she was very, very beautiful person. But once I got into the business aspect of it, to try to get a business account open, it has been a struggle for anyone to respond to me. Whether it's like, I have a hard time feeling it's because of the name, which is Witch of Boise. That's one of the Witch of Boise came from several different aspects. The witch is what I totally feel like I am. I feel like I am a witch. I cast spells. I do all of that. I'm not like a full-on Wiccan, but I do identify as a witch in a lot of aspects. But I'm very spiritual, and I like reading up on religions and spirituality, and I'll take what resonates with me. That's how you build spirituality, is opening your mind up and taking things and going with it. And then you have the side note, which is kind of like a nod to some of my favorite guilty pleasures, which is Bravo. If you watch Vanderpump Rules, the 3 girls are the witches of WeHo. And it just came to me where I'm like, I can be the witch of Boise, and that would be pretty badass. And ultimately, what I wanted as well in this whole business plan was to be able to donate to my community. And one of the things that just put a smile on my face is like, you're getting a check. The food bank is getting a check from the Witch of Boise. Like, how freaking cool is that? Like, it just cracked me up. And in a roundabout way, it's a way of saying, like, just because something might be scary, something that might be identified as like green skin mole that's going to eat your children. It's not. Like, that's not the case. And I just want there to be acceptance of people that are different. And that's kind of like what my goal is with this as well. And the bank, which I have to go talk to someone about it, has been so resistant and just rude. And I'm so disappointed in it, and that's the only thing that I can think of. That they treated me that way. I've had a good standing bank account with this bank for some time, and I've never withdrew anything overdrafts and stuff like that. I've been really, really loyal and very good customer, and I'm appalled by this. And that's the only thing I can really think of that is the name. And I've been so discouraged with my city, and it's a part of my name, it's a part of Witch of Boise, and it's one of the reasons I didn't always live here. I lived in Portland for just a blink of an eye, but that's why I liked Portland, because it was just like you could let your freak flag fly and no one cared because there's someone freakier right there, But I'm really disappointed and really discouraged by the city of Boise and by my bank. And I'm just having a hard time. And I think that's been like the wind of my sails. I was so excited to get all this stuff, and these are pretty big steps onto getting my shit together in the way of getting a website, getting things started, and getting things moving. And it was a huge punch to the gut. But I think I figured out, at least with the permits, how I can do it, because the biggest issue that they have is traffic, foot traffic, people coming into your house, having numerous people at your house on a constant basis, things like that. It's like sound, smell, and just people, traffic, and not having signs and things like that. And it just broke my heart. And there was a point where I just wanted to quit, But I'm not going to. I love doing this. Why would I quit? There's no reason to quit. And it's just another obstacle. And life is full of obstacles. And so I think if you're having a hard time, just know that, like, I care about you and I hope that you get through it. And you will. You will get through it. Because you got to. You got to follow your dream. And I do feel like both those readings really kind of resonated with me in that way, where it's like, don't give up. And it's not going to happen overnight. And that's why it's just like, okay, I just got to keep it moving, keep it steady. But yeah, I'm going to have to be a kind of an asshole at my bank, which I don't like doing. I don't like being a jerk, but I got to mention something because I feel super disrespected by that. And I'm not a Wiccan. I'm not Wiccan. I don't identify as a Wiccan. I identify as a witch. But what if that was a Wiccan person that was having a business that had the name witch in it, and then all of a sudden they're being discriminated against? I mean, it's crazy to me. This is 2019, people. Gotta be done with this. Done with the hate. Let's be done with it. Done with the hate. Let's move forward. All right. I've got 4 minutes. You want to do a quick love reading? Clink. All right. Let's do a little love reading. Let's end on a love note, shall we? Can you tell me give us a love reading. Come on, please. Oh, maybe we shouldn't. Okay, so the first card that came out. Okay. First card that came out is separation. Time apart from your partners on the horizon. And then you have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It's a manifestation. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So it's like separation, which doesn't necessarily mean like you're breaking up, but it could be like a separation in the way that you guys are taking a little bit of a break, or maybe it's kind of starting to cool off, but very soon you'll know what to do. But you need to also let go of control issues. So you need to go with the flow, and you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation. All right, guys. Well, I'm sorry this wasn't super fun. I've been busy and been stressing. And not only that, like, I did my free readings. I'm super excited about that. So I'm going to do those this weekend. Hey, Coda, stop, please. But I did my free readings drawing on Instagram, and it was a total flop. I flippin' drew all of them. And then I was like tagging everyone. I made it cute and everything. And I posted it, and it was like, this did not upload, delete. And I'm just like, of course it didn't. It's just been my luck. But it's gonna get better. You know, the thing is it's not always rainbows and sunshine, and you just gotta go through the downs, and they just happen. They totally do. So anyways, I'm gonna go drink some more cocktails. I hope that you have a great weekend. If you want a free reading, congratulations. I'll be asking for your questions tonight. I'm gonna do that after this video, and then I'll be filming on Saturday, and hopefully I'll get all of them done. But anyways, guys, I just want to thank you so much for listening to me bitch, kind of be a little sulky and meh, you know. And I don't mean to bring you down, but I want to make sure that I'm being real with you too. You know, there's sometimes I'm funny and goofy and I love being that and I want to be that for you. But at the same time, it's okay to not be that, you know? It's okay to have different emotions. It's okay to feel differently. So I just want you guys to feel the same as well in that aspect, that it's okay to not be okay. Okay? All right, cheers, guys. Clink. Thank you for all that you do. You inspire me, and thank you for all of your support. And I hope to see you soon. Bye. See ya. Bye-bye.